Have you ever turned off a vehicle and it kept running? This Ford E450 would not shut off, even with the key out. This is the family's Winnebago. They love this thing. They take it out, go on vacations. It's been a great vehicle. Just recently, it started running rough after sitting for a while, and they can't get the ignition to turn off. Let's dive in and figure out what's going on.
So essentially, we do need to go to the ignition switch, and we need to figure out if our red with light greens or our black with light greens are hot. I'm assuming that that's what's going to be going on. Okay. What does that power up? Fuel line heater, PCM diode, NGV timer, idle validation switch. We got instrument cluster, overdrive switch, low vacuum warning, warning buzzer module, instrument cluster, 4-wheel drive. Now L, which is 5 of 5, L. We have our radio, main light switch, remote keyless, windshield wiper, wiper control module, trailer battery charge relay, the transmission range switch, right power door lock window switch, master window door lock control switch. We can probably isolate the circuit, and we can check these fuses and see if they're hot and remove them one by one and see if we can fix the problem from there.
So let's go to fuse number 3. 1, 2, and 3. And that fuse is not hot. Okay, so it's not that circuit. So fuse number 2 right here is hot. All right, so now we found that fuse number 2, which is a 15 amp fuse, is nice and hot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull 2, 20, 14, and 8 until this dash turns off. This is our ignition switch, and we have red and light green. There's nothing, and nothing on this one either. That's very strange. Our yellows are the power feeds, but there's nothing coming out of the ignition switch. So this is very confusing that fuse number 2 shows still hot, even while it's unplugged. We're hot. That's 2. The other side is not hot. So that's fuse number 2. What other fuses do we have? Fuse number 8. Let's try number 8 real quick to make sure it's hot. 8. Fuse number 8 is not hot. What other ones are there? 14. It's not hot. How about 20? Fuse 20, 18, 19, 20. And we're not hot. Okay, so the problem is right here. It's fuse 2. We determined that fuse number 2 is the source of the power going to the ignition switch. Now we have to figure out which device on fuse number 2 circuit is the actual culprit. We've narrowed it down to only 4 more components: the low vacuum warning switch, warning buzzer module, instrument cluster, and the 4-wheel anti-lock brake system relay. The relay was the easiest to get to, so we tested that first. Second was going to be the instrument cluster, due to the fact that we'd have to remove the doghouse in order to get to the warning buzzer module. And the low vacuum warning switch is only for diesels, so we have a gasoline engine. This is a V10. So we click this hot link. If you notice, we have 4-wheel anti-lock brake system relay right here. We managed to unplug this relay, which was located, it's right over there. We unplugged it, and we're going to check this yellow wire, and it's hot. So we're not backfeeding. So we're not backfeeding from the relay. You can scratch this off the list. I got a feeling that something was jumped. There's a warning buzzer module. We have the instrument cluster. I'm going to tell him to pull the instrument cluster. We finally got the instrument cluster out. So let's do some checks here. We have a yellow, a red with a yellow. We're lit up, nice and bright. And let's check down here on fuse number 2, make sure it's still lit up. Yep, fuse number 2 still lights up. There's 3 connectors, I think, inside of this cluster. Let's see here. Red and yellow. It's not hot. Go back to this red and yellow. Oh, it's not hot. Down here on number 2, we got nothing. It's not hot. So there's 2 red and yellows, 1 in each connector on this, and they are they both feed the cluster, and they're backfeeding. That's the problem. The instrument cluster. Now, I don't know if this vehicle will start and run without the cluster plugged in. It may. Let's see. I'm going to plug back in these fuses real quick. Let's get the keys. Oh, it runs horrible. That's a separate problem. But we got the reason why it won't turn off. That's fixed. Okay, faulty instrument cluster. All done. To sum it all up, it was the instrument cluster causing a full ignition backfeed, keeping the truck running. Another reminder that even the obvious circuits can hide something sneaky. I have this same video with a lot less editing going on so that you can see how I go through wiring diagrams, what my thought process is, how to read the circuits. And if you like these real world diagnostics, hit subscribe. This is Key on Engine Off, and we'll see you in the next one.